What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Playmaker Way with the playbook. Hope you have a great day, morning, or evening. And y'all read the title, man. Trading Secrets, How to Enter and Exit Like a Pro. Now, this is your first time on the channel. Welcome. I appreciate you giving this video a chance. Make sure to hit that bell and sub button because we don't just post weekly content like this, but we also post weekly stock analysis and plays, weekly crypto analysis and plays, and most importantly, we live stream a live trade every day. London session 3 m EST on this very same channel. So it's not your typical investment or trading channel. We teach and show you how to make money both from the front end as well as on the back end, meaning how to make both passive as well as active income when it comes to investing and when it comes to these charts. That first link in the description, join the free signal, free telegram, then scroll your way up to the beginning of the month, May 2nd. You can see we did the recap of last month. Last month, April, we caught a total of 68,765 pips. Ended the month 16 and 1, only took one loss last month, giving us a 94% win rate. All you got to do is click this blue highlighted. It's going to take you to the beginning of April. We do recap the week at the end of every week, recap the day at the end of every day. And at the beginning of the week, we drop the Sunday chart analysis, going over all the high impact news for the week and going over not just what we see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but what we see price doing throughout the entire week. Literally everything's dated, timed, and documented. Shout out to my boy Ethan, made $300 in 2 hours off GJ last week. You can see the screenshot. He says, just like what you said during our one-on-one sessions the other day, don't overthink, keep it simple. The playbook works. So you see he sent the screenshot. Then we got my boy Isaac. You can't see the top of the screenshot, but he was in the London session live. He said, apply what I learned in the course. Once the news kicked in, it just kept going. So the trade we're going to be breaking down here is going to be gold. This was a beautiful 1-to-2 risk-reward ratio setup, almost 1-to-3. And you can see we continue to catch banger gold sales, another 1-to-3, 1-to-1, another 1-to-3. And basically what this means is whatever you risk, you would have made almost three times that amount. So if you would have risked $100, you would have made almost $300. If you would have risked $1,000, you would have made almost $3,000 off this one trade alone. And not only did I catch this setup, but you know how to make sure the members and students ate with me as well. Again, look at this date, Tuesday, May 13th. We go into the advanced play signal room, Tuesday, May 13th. You see the entry, the SL, the TPs, the time into the trade, the TPs getting hit. This trade literally only took 3 hours to play out. This was a beautiful, beautiful setup. We really do this over here, y'all. So if you're interested in taking the exact same trade steps as me, go hit that second or third link in the description, join the advanced play signal room. So in this video, we're going to be breaking down why I went for sales and how you can catch similar sets like this. And like the title says, how to enter and exit like a pro. So the first thing I always tell the members and students you need to do before you take any setup, to first identify the trend. The trend is definitely your friend. The trend, not only do you need to identify, but you need to identify it on the bigger time frame. Now, I'm not saying we're entering off the bigger and trading off the bigger time frame, but we're identifying the trend off the bigger time frame, because the bigger time frames tell us the exact direction price has been going and it's most likely heading, versus the smaller time frames only explain what price has been doing at that exact moment. And by trying to identify the trend on the smaller time frame in the same time frame you're taking trades on, that is one of the main reasons why people keep on becoming victims to fake outs and liquidity sweeps. So as we look right here, we can see that there's clear bullish momentum, which means we're in an uptrend. So since we know we're in an uptrend, that's when we pull out the price action technical analysis playbook, works on stocks, forex, options, and crypto. Hit that third link in the comments, or that link in the comments, and get your book and copy right now. But when you first get the book, you want to read it from beginning to end. But let's assume you already read this book 2 or 3 times. Shout out to those that already got it. That's when we want to go to the table of contents and we go to the rules of the uptrend. Just like the rules of the uptrend says here, in order for the uptrend to continue, we need to break past the previous high, which gives us a new higher high. We also have to respect the support level the higher low is resting on. So we have to respect the support level, but also break this resistance level and treat it as support. So when we go look at gold, we see that gold pushes way back up, but we have to still break this resistance level and turn it into a support level. So if price can do that, we can look for buys and see the uptrend continue. So we see price rejected this level. So after price rejected this level, this is telling me that we can possibly see a reversal. But like it says here, rejections and reversals happen, but a reversal doesn't always mean the trend is going to change. As long as price doesn't turn the support level into a resistance and or make a lower low, we're still in an uptrend and still only looking for buys. So When we hit the next play button, we see that price is now treating this level as resistance. So now that we see price treating this level as resistance, that's telling me that we need to no longer look for buys, but to start to look for sells. So now that we know what our game plan is going to be, which is we're looking for sells, that is when we go into the chart and mark off our key price levels. Boom, we got our key price levels marked off. So now that we got our key price levels marked off, now is when we go into the smaller time frame to look for our entries and our confirmations. So again, how to get key and the best entries possible is not only to go with the flow of price, but to enter off support resistance levels. You want to enter buys off support levels, and you want to enter sells off resistance levels. Buys off support, sells off resistance levels. And we enter buys and sells off these support resistance levels, as well as going with the flow of price. That's where you get this extra bounce, right? Because again, look at how price halted as soon as it hit my key price level, bounced, and then the volume kicked in. So you want to do that way. Again, you have the highest likelihood of the trade going your way and going in your favor. So looking at price right here, we see price continuously breaking support levels, treating them as resistance, but we also see price has been struggling to hold this level as resistance. So again, we're not breakout trading. We want to wait for a break and retest. So we either want to see price break and retest and hold this level as resistance and go for sells, or we want to see price reject this level, come to hold this level as resistance, and then go for sell. So again, we know what the game plan is. So now all we have to do is simply wait for our confirmations and see which level price is going to break and hold. Again, this is why we wait for a break and retest, because we would have just waited extra 10-15 minutes for that retest. We would have saved ourselves some money and avoided taking an unnecessary loss, because we would have saw that price is not able to hold that level as resistance. And then when it rejected to this level and we see it's holding as resistance, then that tells us that we can pull the trigger on this setup. So again, just simply by patiently waiting, we avoided unnecessary loss just to go for the sell setup we was looking for anyways. And then when price held this level as resistance, all we had to do was wait for a volume to kick in, did one more retest. Once the volume kicked in, beautiful dump to the downside. And it's literally that simple, y'all. Go with the flow of price. Enter buys off support, sells off resistance, wait for that retest confirmation, and I promise you, if you follow these rules, you're going to see a huge change and improvement in your trading as well as your win rates. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below any questions, comments, concerns you may have. Make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free signal room, free Telegram. If you're interested in learning how to identify these levels, my signal service, my mentorship programs, make sure to hit those links in the description, y'all. You've seen how we've been doing. You see we've been killing it. The proof's in the pudding, y'all. But before you make a decision, let me tell you a little bit about those details. Advanced Play Signal Room, we trade Tokyo session exclusively with the members. We trade London session and then New York. Just like the Sunday chart analysis I drop in the free signal room, I drop one every day during New York session called the New York Price Watch List. This is where I go over the trades we took during Tokyo session, London session, and possible sells going into New York. I don't just say we're looking for buys or looking for sells. I explain why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells, and then I take it a step further and go over key price points to look for entries and exits on. As you can see here, I call this signal. You see I'm walking y'all through what's going on with the trades we're in. I'm giving y'all updates to what I talked about in the New York Price Watch List. And then of course you see me showing y'all screenshots to visually show y'all what's going on behind the scenes, or what I see on my end behind the scenes. All right, we also have exclusive live streams that we go live during New York news events at least twice a week. And just like the London session lives, if you missed the live, they're recorded and posted in here so you can watch them when you get a chance. You have access to over 500 videos of daily chart analysis and weekly live streams. And in fact, you have access to even the ones last year in 2022. Then there's also the pinned messages like the account size key, the student and member group chat, and much more. Now I also have the course, of course. The course doesn't just teach you my trading strategy, it also teaches you how to read the charts, because that's what I teach y'all. You saw I had no indicators, no trend lines. It's simply just market flow and trading and entering and exiting off key price levels. Now all the stuff that I just went over, you get access to all that stuff in the course channel. So that way, not only do you have the step-by-step playbook of how to look and read any chart at all times, but you have ongoing chart analysis, ongoing education for life. Now I also have one-on-one sessions. One-on-one sessions also comes with access to the Advanced Play Signal Room and the student member group chat. That way you can earn while you learn, but then you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded an hour long But you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded and are hour long, and they're sent to you same day. Those are yours to keep for life. So if you're interested in that, hit those links in the description. If y'all want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram at playmaker_way. Also make sure to follow me on there, and TikTok _playmakerway_. I post daily on both pages. And I'll see y'all next time I'm live or next time I post a video. Peace. We out.